guys, welcome to another tier ranking. Welcome to my tier ranking of all game shows I've watched. Yes, game shows. These are just not just game shows, but they're also like reality game shows or even dating game shows. In a way, these are all, again, in a way, game shows. These are all the shows I have watched. At least more than like 5 episodes and shit. Like there's like some game shows I've watched like an episode or two, and they just never really caught my interest. These are all game shows I've actually dived into and actually watched, so I can actually put my input in them. So yeah. So these are the tiers. Sorry, S tier being the best, F tier being the worst. And again, people, please this is my personal opinion. Like, if you love a certain game show that I don't like, that's fine. I'm not here to judge. These are just my personal opinions. So let's get to it. Starting off with a good one. The Price is Right. That's A tier. Like, if we're going game show wise, The Price is Right is just some of the like top cream of the crop almost. When Bob Barker was doing it, it was amazing. Like I loved when I was a kid. I used to get up like early on the weekends and watch Price is Right. Like I loved the Showcase Showdown. I loved the wheel spinnings and people just guessing, just all these different prices and stuff. It's all about consumers and stuff like and winning the prices, winning the big money, winning both showcases in the end. Like it's just there's just so much to The Price is Right. It's all about price matching and statistics and stuff, and I just love it. I always enjoyed The Price is Right. I even watched a bit of it with Drew Carey, but mostly in the Bob Barker days. I loved watching him. I definitely don't watch it now, but I still think The Price is Right is just such a great idea for a game show. Another one I love is The Family Feud. I love The Family Feud, especially when Steve Harvey did it, and even when was it is it John O'Hurley? John O'Hurley did it. Obviously, I didn't watch back in the day. I wasn't alive, so John O'Hurley and what's his name, the guy from Home Improvement did it. Like that was great. Steve Harvey, sorry, did a great job. He made it his own, and he brought this like great personality to the show, and just there's so many amazing moments. It's just a funny show. Just families working together to get the top 6 answers on the board so they can win the $20,000 at the end. A lot of teamwork, a lot of great episodes, and just a lot of great clips on YouTube. Love Family Feud. Wipeout. Wipeout is, I'll put it C tier. I enjoy Wipeout. Wipeout's fun. It's basically it's almost, I think it's a remake of like an old Japanese game show, and they just Americanized it. Very funny. The whole gimmick is just watching the people wipe out on the obstacle courses, and it gets very funny. But at the same time, it gets really old real quick. So that's the thing about Wipeout. I've always enjoyed watching Wipeout, but I never always could get through all through the episodes because just it gets old. Like after 20 minutes of people falling on their faces and their asses, like, oh, okay, that's really it. There we go. Are You Smarter Than a Fifth Grader is not a very good show. I'm sorry. I have so many problems with Are You Smarter Than a Fifth Grader. There's so many issues with it. I love the host though. Jeff Foxworthy is a great host. It's just all the questions they ask are not elementary school questions. Like the point is, are you smarter than a fifth grader is legit. Are you smarter than a fifth grader? Every contestant who goes on that show is, of course, smarter than a fifth grader, even the really, really stupid ones. Of course, they're smarter than a fifth grader. So, what they do is they make the questions very hard. And they're clearly not elementary school questions. Like there's like first grade history. Like, I didn't even learn history in first grade. There's like third grade physics or something, and like this is just insane. Like there's like fifth grade philosophy. I'm like, what philosophy? You don't learn that to high school. Like the weird subjects and just the questions they ask. Like again, some of like the third grade and fourth grade questions. Like they're questions like you ask high school students and stuff. So it should have been mostly called "Are you smarter than a high schooler?" not a fifth grader. Like I thought the show was so cheap. Like like the whole gimmick is, are you smarter than a fifth grader? Then everyone's smarter than a fifth grader, and there's no way fifth graders would know a lot of these answers to these questions. Just like, I don't know, the show was so flawed to me. The only like positive I give it is the host. I think he's a great host. That's it. Survivor, okay, yep, everyone knows. Like, do I even need to talk about, like, everyone knows my channel very well. I've done so many videos on Survivor. It's one of my favorite shows of all time. It's fucking Survivor. Like, okay, yeah, we might as well put Big Brother up there too. Like despite like them having bad seasons, obviously, especially like in its recent seasons, they're still amazing shows, and I still love them. I still love talking about them. So yeah, just those are just those are just gimmies. American Ninja Warrior is a fun show. I'm gonna put it right there. The American Gladiators. American Ninja Warrior, just the obstacle courses. Like, Wipeout is all about them fucking up and falling on their faces and their asses, and ooh, it's funny. They hit themselves. Ho, 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 ho. American Ninja Warrior is actually about strength and power, agility and stamina. Like, it's actually seeing these people go through these courses, and the courses are legit hard. And when they do it and they go through the courses, it's actually pretty cool to watch, and it's fun. And same with American Gladiators, like watching these people compete and fight on these courses is it's fun. These are fun shows. They're not shows like I watched on a daily, like The Price is Right or Family Feud, but they're fun, and I can see why there's a fan base for them. So yeah, even Deal or No Deal, I have a soft spot for Deal or No Deal. I have a problem with it, and that's the banker. I think that ruins a lot of the show for me. I think the banker offering them deals is really dumb. It's so silly, and it's obviously staged, but it feels so staged. It feels so phony and stuff. It should just be Howie Mandel offering them deals. That's what should have been. Like, Deal or No Deal, do the whole setup like again with the 26 cases, then picking a case, but there shouldn't be a banker offering them money. It should just be Howie Mandel offering them money. Like, I'll give you 100,000 to push the button to take the deal. Like, that's how they should. But putting the banker in just makes it so stupid. But I still like the show. I still always enjoyed it when it was on television, and I did watch it, so I still have a soft spot for it. Then there's Baggage. This is a dating game show. This is a funny one. I've always enjoyed watching this one. It's funny. Basically, this show is just like you trying to go on a date. If it's a guy or a girl, like with the three guys or the three girls, and you basically have to show your baggage. Like, you open like these suitcases, and as you go through each stage, your baggage gets more and more, and you have to find out whether these people even want to go on a date with you. The show can get really juicy. It can get really personal. Some of it's a bit cringe, but some of it is super funny. So it was always entertaining. Dancing with the Stars, not my thing. I understand why people love it. That's great. There's some great dancing. There's a lot of great celebrities have been on it. It's not my thing. That's why I'm gonna put in the C tier. I can't put it in D tier because I don't dislike it and I don't hate it. It's just not my thing. Same with Let's Make a Deal. Like, I love Wayne Brady. I never watched the original because it's past my time. But Let's Make a Deal. Watch some episodes. See why people like it. Not my thing. Cash Cab. This show is fantastic. I fucking love the Cash Cab. This is a Canadian show too, which makes it awesome. It's basically just a taxi driver driving around, picks people up, and then he asks them trivia questions. And if they get the questions wrong, he pulls over and lets them out. And it's just simple. The simplicity of the show makes it fun and engaging and interesting, and I really like it. Just them in this taxi cab answering trivia questions, and I love how they do kind of like their sort of lifelines and stuff. It's great. It's so simple yet brilliant. Jeopardy's obviously like, well, that's a classic. Jeopardy has always been a great show. Rest in peace, Mr. Alex Trebek. Like, he's amazing. He was always a brilliant host, and like, this is actually real trivia, and it's actually legit hard. Like, this is a show for actually intelligent people to watch, and smart people, educated people go on and answer complex questions. And Jeopardy was again one of the longest running game shows ever, for good reason, because it's fantastic. 1 versus 100. I enjoyed it. I liked it. Like this one person taking on 100 people and stuff. Again, it got old real fast, but it was still fun. It was fun. Amazing Race, S tier. Yeah, everyone knows that I love my Survivor and my Big Brother Amazing Race. Like I've talked about these, but yeah, Amazing Race, I love it. The whole concept of people racing around the world for $1 million is just such a brilliant idea for a game show, or in a reality game show. That too, it's so fun. A lot of the great iconic teams. Some of my favorite seasons are like season 5, season 12. Um, Season 20, season 29, like some of the best seasons of The Amazing Race. Just so good. Don't forget the lyrics. Never liked it. Another Wayne Brady one. Didn't lasted one season. It's basically just a karaoke show. My mom watched it. I watched some episodes, quite a few episodes with her. Never liked it. Never seemed to get into it, and most other people also kind of followed that consensus. Weakest Link. Weakest Link is pretty good. Um, Jane Lynch, I think, does it now. I don't watch it, but I watched it back when the British chick did it and the British dude. It was more of a British game show. It was fun watching them just say, "You're the weakest link. Goodbye." It was fun. I like the whole strategy, this like pyramid sort of strategy of answering the questions and stuff. So yeah, it's funny. I actually don't have Pyramid on here because I actually have never watched Pyramid. The only way I know a lot about Pyramid is through the episode of Friends. Here, Match Game. People are gonna hate this, but I fucking hate Match Game. Never liked Match Game. I have watched the old episodes back in the old school days. I've watched the newish episodes, and I don't think it's funny, and I don't like it. I get it, like, oh, there's a bunch of celebrities, you gotta match the same answers and stuff. Oh, they wrote goofy answers. Oh, ho, ho, ho. I never liked it. I always thought it was a stupid show and stupid idea. I just never liked it. Oh, speaking of ones I don't like, Average Joe. Average Joe. Oh, it's but Joe Millionaire. Hold on. I'm not done yet. Uh, The Bachelor, Bachelorette. Hate all these shows. Fucking can't stand any of them. They're so terrible. Average Joe was particularly a disgusting show. It lasted a couple seasons too. It was basically like a girl came on, very beautiful girl, and she was looking for love through just an average Joe. And honestly, that idea and concept is very nice, and just like a beautiful woman who's looking for love, but she doesn't care about looks. But what happens halfway through the show? They bring in a bunch of model dudes, and she has to basically by the end choose an average Joe or a model dude, and she always chooses the model dude. I'm like, wow, you just basically gave a giant middle finger to your entire premise and show. Then there's Joe Millionaire, about like a guy named Joe, and he's a millionaire, and these women have to go on dates with him, and he has to pick. It's basically The Bachelor, but all these women just want to be with him because he's a millionaire. But the whole twist is he's not a millionaire at all. Like it's so stupid. Bachelor and Bachelorette, I could do a whole video of how much I hate The Bachelor and The Bachelorette, and how shallow and fucked up and stupid and manipulative these shows are. What they do to these contestants is just insane. I've watched a lot of Bachelor and Bachelorette 'cause my mom and sister love that shit. I think they're just disgusting shows, and yeah, I hate them. Hate them. All right, let's get to something I like. Whose Line Is It Anyway is hysterical. This is in a way, it's like a mockery, a call-in mockery. It's almost like a mockery of game shows in a way. It's a improv. It's about four guys. It's Ryan Stiles, Colin Mockery, Wayne Brady, and usually like a guest comedian, and they all just play these games, and it's all improvised. They improvise all the rules and the way they do it, and it's just so funny. It's so hilarious. And they play for points, obviously, but the points don't matter. That's the whole point of the show, is that it's basically a mockery of game shows and stuff, and it's amazing. It's so good. It's still going on now. I haven't really watched it in a little bit, but I have watched the newish seasons when it like came back in like 2013, 2014. Watched a couple seasons, but yeah, I love it. I love it. And Colin was always my favorite. Fear Factor. I loved Fear Factor as well. Like I was always a big Fear Factor fan. Joe Rogan was a great host. I love the crazy shit he got these, like the insane things he got the contestants to do. Like, oh my god! And they were only playing for like what, like $50,000? Like, not even worth the shit they had to do. It was insane. I loved his catchphrase, like, evidently fear is not a factor for you. Just it's so good. I loved all the insane things that happened. There was like one time this like couples tournament one. It was great. They had like a Christmas special. All of it was great. I loved it. Then there was an old show called Greed. It was okay. It was basically like, in a way, kind of like Pyramid meets Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, but you play as a team. But when you play as a team, you eventually have to compete against each other because only one person in the end can win the money. And the rules were so complex. I liked some of the questions and I liked some of the ideas in the show, but it was so complex sometimes and it was so convoluted that it needed some work, and I can understand why it got canceled. Wheel of Fortune is good. I enjoy Wheel of Fortune. I like the puzzles. I like Havana White and Pat Sajak. They're great. Um, it's an old person show. Don't mean to stereotype, but yeah, it's fine though. I enjoy it for what it is. Dog Eat Dog. What a bad show. This again tried to be like Fear Factor and stuff. It was like basically the group of contestants come and when you eliminate each player, they go into the dog pound, and by the end, it's one player versus the entire dog pound for the 50,000 and stuff. It was such a weird idea for a show. It got canceled, I think, after its second season, and I'm kind of glad. Masterchef. Masterchef's a good show. It's a fun show. Again, if you love shows about like cooking and all that stuff, it's fun. It's a fun show, especially if you love Gordon Ramsay. Press Your Luck's also a very fun show. Like, no whammies, no whammies. Just, I love it. I love it. The show almost got ruined because of a contestant because he found out a way to rig the show using like mathematics and statistics. He learned how to outbeat the show, which is amazing. But it's fun. It was great. Answering questions and try to, press your luck to get more money. It was great. All right, say what you want about Donald Trump, but The Apprentice was also a fun show. It was a fun show about the businesses. Like, I remember when I was younger, I used to like watch The Apprentice. I watched like Survivor, then I watched The Apprentice right after, and I loved the business world of it, of The Apprentice, and these people trying to work for Donald Trump and stuff, and Trump's like, "You're fired" and stuff. It was always entertaining and very engaging, and I always loved like the Celebrity Apprentice episodes slash seasons and stuff. Um, Eventually I stopped watching it because it kind of got a little boring, but I always enjoyed watching it for what it was. Then there's Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, which is amazing. It's a great show. It's a great game show. I love it. Simple concept of they kind of butchered it now. Like they really butchered it, adding weird rules and different lifelines. So like when Jimmy Kimmel and even Terry Crews doing it, it was just not good. It was always good when the old school British guy did it. It was the best when Regis Philbin did. When Regis did Millionaire, that's when Millionaire was at its best. I even enjoyed Meredith. I thought she was pretty good too. But they made Millionaire so ridiculous now, but it still doesn't change the concept of Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. And I love the whole concept of Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. So yeah, a lot of great memories watching that. All right, so let's sort this out. Survivor's the best. I might even put Amazing Race at number 2. That might change though. A tier, these two got to be at the front. Then I'm going Millionaire. Then Fear Factor. Then Whose Line Is It Anyway? Then, well, Jeopardy's more. Yeah, so yeah. For the B tier, I'm going to put Apprentice on the top B tier. I enjoyed The Apprentice. American Enjoyer, Gladiators, Dealer New Deal, but Wheel of Fortune right there. Then Masterchef. Then 1 versus 100. Yeah, that's good. I'll put Dance of the Stars on top. C, then Weakest Link. And, yeah. For D tier, yeah. For the F, yeah, Matchkin sucks, but these are just all terrible. I would say Joe Millionaire is the most like fucking stupid ones. Yeah, than Average Joe's. Yeah. So yeah, that is my tier ranking for game shows. I think Survivor, Amazing Race, and Big Brother are the best game shows ever made. However, Price is Right, Family Feud, Wants to Be a Millionaire, Fear Factor, Whose Line Is It Anyway, Jeopardy, Cash Cab are all amazing. These are all great. These are even fun. These are all unbearable. But yeah, that's just my opinion. I want to know your guys' opinion. In the comment section below, please tell me what is your favorite and least favorite game show in your opinion. Comment below. Let me know. And as always, if you like this video, please like and subscribe to this channel and join the dark side.